Hi, and welcome to your self-love training. Now, I have been speaking to a lot of women recently who have been really struggling to put self-love into practice. They understand it in theory, but there aren't any they didn't have actionable steps of what they can do day to day to build more self-love, to build more self-compassion. So I just wanted to take a bit of time to go through some things that you can do every day to help you build that sense of love for yourself. Now, self love, it seems like a switch that you turn off and on, but in reality, it's not that simple. It does take consistent practice to be able to condition your mind and condition the way that you live your life so that it supports you, so that you have that sense of self worth. You feel worthy of love. And that's not something that's easy for a lot of us. So, we're just going to take some time today to go through 4 steps that you can do every day, which will help you to build that self love and notice how it spills out into all aspects of your life. So, the first thing to do is to set your non negotiables. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, your non negotiables are things that you do no matter what, no matter what's happening in the world around you. You have these practices, you have a set of codes that you live by. Now, to start thinking about these, just take a moment to think about how you're using your energy. What things do you do that make you feel good and energized? How do you like spending time? Who do you like spending time with? And as we grow and as we evolve, we start to notice that there are perhaps some relationships that don't serve you. Maybe there's a lot of gossip or negativity, which you feel brings your energy down. And that's okay. Part of the process of learning to love yourself is learning to set really healthy and clear boundaries for yourself and also for those around you. Now, a lot of women feel really guilty when they start to practice self love because they're so used to giving their energy out to those around them. And that's a beautiful thing. But you can't drink from an empty cup. So, first, you have to look after yourself. Get clear on your boundaries, get clear on where you stand. And then you can go out and serve others to the best of your ability. So, just start to think about what you actually like doing. What do you do for the sake of it? What things do you do because you feel you have to? And these start to form your non negotiables. So, the action steps for non negotiables is to write down all of the things that you're currently spending time and energy on a daily, a weekly, and a monthly basis. Go through this list once you have it and circle the things that you're no longer going to do and work out why. Perhaps they drain your energy. Maybe they just don't make you feel good. Maybe there's a person or a relationship that you just need to take a step back from. And even doing that is an amazing act of self-love. So from what's left on your list, write down 2 non-negotiables for yourself. Now, for me, my morning is super important to my mental well-being. So for the first hour of my day, I refuse to look at my phone. And it took me quite a while because my anxious mind would tell me that if something had happened, I wouldn't know about it. But with practice, I love my mornings because it's time just for me. I'm not looking at my phone and responding on somebody else's agenda. So work out what these non-negotiables are for you. Then commit to them now. There is no time that's better for you to start a new practice than right now. And follow through with these non-negotiables for 2 weeks and just see how you feel. So that brings us to the second shift, which is to practice gratitude daily. Now, meditating with gratitude doesn't have to be complicated. All it takes is 5 to 10 minutes every day, if that. You can keep it really simple. And we're going to take a moment to experience this together now. So close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Do a couple more of those in your own time. Keep your eyes closed. And then from here, visualize a moment in your life that you're grateful for. And I mean really grateful for. A moment that you feel proud of, where as soon as you think of it, that emotion starts to bubble up inside of you, and you can't help but bring a smile to your face. Visualize this clearly in your mind's eye. Then see yourself in that moment. Hear the things that you heard, and feel the same feelings that you felt in that moment right now. And just breathe here. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Now that's all it takes to experience gratitude. And just give yourself those couple of minutes every day. So right now, take out your phone. You can pause the training if you like, and block out 5 to 10 minutes every single day for you to practice meditating with gratitude. So do it now, otherwise you'll forget, or something else will come onto your agenda. Set a reminder on your phone. And then choose a timeline for how long you're going to commit to doing this for. Then set another reminder at the end of that period so you can check back in and see how you feel. This is so that you can really notice the tangible results of this gratitude practice. So if you haven't done that, pause the training and do that now. Then on to step 3, celebrate your wins. Now, how often do you go to bed feeling as though you haven't done enough? You could have performed better. You didn't get everything done. And that leads you to feeling like you are not enough. But you are. If you shift your focus to all of the things that you did achieve, it's going to change your entire perception of your day. So it changes not only how you perceive the day you've just had, but when you do this before you go to bed, it also changes how you approach the next day. Because the energy that you're carrying forward is one of positivity and achievement. It also improves your sleep because you're not worrying about that never-ending to-do list of things to do. It helps you break through limiting beliefs because you're recognizing that you are winning, even if it's small. And I know this is hard because we're in and out of lockdown and we're stuck inside our houses. But there are things that you can do. There are things you're doing every day without even realizing it. Caring for your partner, your family, cleaning your house, taking a moment to make somebody else smile. That's a win worth celebrating. So the actions are to find yourself a diary or a notebook. And before you go to bed, write down 5 wins from your day. And then once you've finished, take a moment to feel really proud for what you've achieved. Then on to the last one, self-care scheduling. Now, this can be a bit tricky because this ever-changing world that we're in, it's hard to find time for yourself, especially when you're inside all the time with your family. But this is just about finding time where you can do whatever makes you feel good. Whether that's learning something, reading, relaxing, watching a film, switching off, going for a walk, or just sticking to your exercise routine. Now, the one requirement is that this time is not to be spent looking after everybody else or taking your time on somebody else's agenda. This is time just for you. And part of the process with this self-care scheduling is learning to be okay with that. You can take time for yourself. It's okay. You deserve it. So, the action steps for this one are to block out a couple of hours, if you can. I know that's not achievable for everybody. Half an hour minimum for yourself, at least every 2 weeks. Now, if you have a family or if you're in a relationship, then explain this to them. Just tell them that this is something that you need, something that you're trying out, and ask for their help to plan this time for you, whether that's them taking care of the children or just leaving you to be quiet, to just potter around on your own time. Now, this is something that I really would love you to make a mantra. Self-care, self-love is not selfish. It's the opposite. The more you're able to actually give yourself the time and space you need to rest, to reset your energy, the more you're able to be present with your loved ones. You'll perform better at work. You'll feel more at peace within yourself. Your relationships will be better because you are able to come from a place of contentment, because you filled up your own cup. So I hope you put these steps into action, and I look forward to hearing how your 4-step strategy for self-love evolves and you feel that shift of energy in your relationships, and the way that when you have compassion for yourself, you feel more compassion for others. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you on the next training.